Emily and the Lost Melody. In a small, bustling town, there lived a girl named Emily who loved music. She played the piano so beautifully that her melodies would draw passers-by to her window. Her biggest fan, however, was Max, her ginger cat. He would always curl up on the piano stool next to her, purring softly as she played. But one day, something changed. Emily sat down at the piano, and her fingers froze on the keys. Max looked up at her, tilting his head in confusion. "I can't remember the melody," she whispered, her voice trembling. Max jumped onto the piano and nudged her hand with his head, as if encouraging her to try again. Emily smiled weakly and began to play, but every note sounded wrong. Frustrated and scared, she stopped. That evening, instead of practicing, Emily decided to take a walk around town to clear her head. Max, as always, followed her, weaving between her legs and meowing occasionally, as if to say, "Don't give up." They wandered through the bustling streets, past the market and the park, but nothing seemed to inspire her. Even the birds singing in the trees and the distant hum of the trams couldn't bring back her melody. As they turned a corner, Emily noticed an old violinist playing on a street corner. His music was full of emotion, joy and sorrow all at once. She stopped, mesmerized by the sound. Max hopped up onto a nearby bench, his ears twitching as he listened. "Why is your melody so beautiful?" Emily asked the violinist. The man smiled kindly.
"Because it comes straight from the heart. Don't think too much, my dear. Just listen to what you feel."
Emily sat in silence for a moment, the words settling into her mind. Max let out a soft meow, as if to agree with the violinist. Emily scratched his ears and smiled. When they got home, Emily sat down at the piano. Max jumped onto the stool next to her, his purring a comforting rhythm. She closed her eyes, letting go of the fear and pressure to remember the lost melody. Instead, she began to play what she felt inside, quiet sadness, hope, and then joy as she realized the music was still within her all along. Max stretched out, resting his paw on the keys, adding an accidental note or two to her melody. Emily laughed, and her heart felt lighter than it had in days. Her music was more beautiful than ever before. Passers-by stopped to listen outside her window, and Emily smiled, stroking Max's soft fur. Sometimes, to find something, you just need to stop searching and listen to your heart. And if you're lucky, you might have a loyal friend like Max to remind you of that.